This is one I can only hear myself in the left.
And me in the right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if I've lost my sense of smell, what does that mean?
I can't smell anything. Do
you smell almonds?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
There's a bit of an echo, right?
I feel like you have spent way more time analyzing sound.
Oh, yeah.
Than I ever will. So when you ask me a question like there's a bit of an echo.
If you say so.
If it's not the Grand Canyon, it's just
I got nothing.
Yeah, I can't help you. So what are we talking about today?
You remember how to do this?
I'm Darren McCarthy.
I'm Dan Fury. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been just over a year.
Nothing's changed though in the world.
Oh no. I mean, it's only gotten worse. I would say.
Yeah.
It depends on how you look at it. It just keeps.
I bought a house.
It hasn't gotten better.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about in the news?
Oh, in the world.
In the world. Oh,
Yes,
yeah. I don't
world
pay
at large.
attention to that now. I avoid that.
You can't. You really can't.
Oh,
It just doesn't stop.
I got my head in the sand pretty deep. I like where it is.
We got together last time with the great intention of getting it rolling again with the whole party, and then nothing.
Yeah, I guess that it took the steam out, took the wind out of our sails.
Yeah.
But that was a year ago?
It was last September. Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's tough. This Martin Wallace guy, he's got a lot going on.
Yeah, he's a busy man. He's hard to pin down.
Yeah. I mean, we've managed to resurrect Waking Up Wallace for a little bit, but even that's been on hiatus for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But the plan is, let's just do what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
If he can be around, he's always welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad we're picking this up now because like just in time for me to have a second kid, so I'm just swimming in time.
Yes.
Yeah. Plenty of time.
Who cares about
Plenty of time for
raising those kids?
In my experience, they raise themselves.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Just point them to the food and the bathroom.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. But that's big news. You have another one on the way.
Another one on the way. Having a little girl.
Yeah.
Potty training the first try.
The boy one.
The boy. The male persuasion.
McCarthy the younger.
We took the side off of his crib recently, so
that's a big move.
We kind of wake up to like a creaking door in the morning, and then you hear like to the edge of the bed, and then you hear, "Good morning," and it's like this tiny little voice in the dark.
Here I am.
Hello. Good morning. It's like, okay,
and we're off.
He's creepy. He's a creepy little kid.
He is a little creep.
Yeah,
he's very polite too.
He's very polite. He is.
He's cool.
He'll say please and thank you.
He said, "It's very nice to meet you."
Yeah, and then let's have a conversation.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah. In other news, you and I work together now.
Check that shit out.
Yeah.
And you've talked about your job quite consistently throughout. Just in reference to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months.
Yeah.
Since I've been there.
Yeah, 2 months.
You did a great thing for me, man. I'll tell you what.
I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah, if I haven't made it clear, I really appreciate what you did. Because seriously, my quality of life has gone up so much, even just by virtue of like having more time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're
not driving so much. 410s is ideal.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that.
It's an early start, but you get used to it.
Oh yeah.
Real quick. And then you really come to appreciate that 3-day
That third
weekend.
day is huge.
We got a 5-day weekend coming up.
Oh, baby.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
It's cool.
Very cool.
A lot of characters that we work with.
Yes. And we've talked about some of those characters who I think most of them don't work there anymore. But there was some classic
I'd have to
references.
go back, yeah.
Butthole. He's still there.
Oh, yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Butthole. Oh,
It's
great.
the best.
Yeah, it's fun. And that's really the reason that we're here today, because we have the opportunity to
I
talk
think,
about it.
No kidding. I think that
I didn't see you for like 9 months.
I think that our schedules were just different enough, and we both have other things going on that it was kind of like
how
it's a 2-hour commitment even if we only record for an hour or whatever, to kind of get here, set up, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I think we can definitely pick it back up. Nevertheless,
but it's still like once you lose the momentum, it's like, all right, we'll get to it at some point.
Yeah,
but not today.
Not today, friendo.
But here we are.
Yeah, so I guess the plan going forward is you and I will make it a regular thing if Martin Wallace can sit in, even if he doesn't do any research or anything.
Right.
But even if he comes in with a topic that he knows a lot about,
absolutely,
and you and I don't, I think that's fine. I think maybe loosening up the constraints.
I was thinking about like the format that we started with was fantastic, but we just don't have.
It would have to be like our job
anymore. Yeah,
it would have to really be a job.
Yeah,
yeah. I know from my end, it's tough. It's tough to get more than like half an hour of research in at all,
ever
for anything.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely some things that I want to talk about, as I've said, and we've at times referenced it before, but I don't think I've ever made it explicit that I grew up as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is the full title that you're supposed to use now. They don't want to be called Mormons anymore, or even LDS. They want to use the full name so that you get Jesus Christ in there, which is not going to happen. Nobody's going to stop calling them Mormons.
Right.
There's no way.
No.
It's been way too long. And they also have all of their literature and websites based around LDS and Mormon.
Yeah, and my question would be like, what are you going to do, Mormons, if I...
Yeah, what are you going to do? Nobody's going to stop doing that, except themselves.
Yeah.
And it's just placing another point of persecution on themselves.
Yep. Look at us.
Yeah. Can't you just call us what we want to be called? No, not after nearly 200 years of calling you Mormons.
And also...
And calling yourselves that.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't care, really, what you want to be called or not. Like, the point to me is that you're wasting your lives.
Yes.
Is more where I come from.
So, just like anyone who grows up in a faith, it was just the way it is to me. And of course, it didn't seem that different to me at the congregation level. And it's not entirely different from your other Christian churches. But it's once you get to the temple and everything behind that gate that is so secretive, and the doctrine beyond that, beyond the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
There's so much that I never knew because I never went to the temple and never really cared to know. I grew up like, this is what I have to do, but I'm not really into this.
Right.
And as soon as I didn't have to go anymore, I didn't. And I just left it. Within the last year and a half, I started thinking, if we were going to do something like this, I would have to do a good amount of research to really convey to you what makes that church different. Because I didn't really know. So I started to look at it just a little bit. And even looking at it just a little bit beyond, so quickly did I find just how different it was. And it's so fascinating that I've been looking into it quite a lot for the last year or so. And man, I had no idea just how much I didn't know and what I was supposed to believe. And now I realize just how much my parents believe and the details of that. Because nowadays, you can watch the entire temple endowment ceremony on YouTube. Thanks to pretty much one person who made it his mission to expose it. It's astonishing. Yeah. Really. I got so creeped out.
Yeah, I think just barely peeling back the surface of Joseph Smith and the founding of...
He's a fascinating individual.
He's a wild...
They like to paint him as this uneducated dimwit who just, for some reason, was chosen by God to bring back the gospel and restore it to the earth. He was not stupid.
No.
He might not have had a high school education, but he was not stupid. He was obviously charismatic, obviously had the wherewithal to manipulate people to an extreme degree in order to live a life that he didn't really have to work for. He just dictated to other people. And if they didn't believe him, he would just get a revelation from God.
Yeah.
And then, well, you got to listen to God, don't you?
Yeah.
And he speaks to me, not you.
Yeah, I mean, it has all of the trappings of a cult.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I hesitate to call it a cult. That's just a cognitive thing because it's so big.
Yeah.
You call it a religion. But when it started,
cult
for sure. Listen to me. I'm the leader. God talks to me. You listen to me.
Yeah.
And eventually it becomes a sexual thing.
Bunch of sex stuff.
Hey, give me these wives.
Yeah.
I'll take 40, 50 of them. Cool. Very young, some of them.
Yeah.
Many of them were other people's wives that he married. And then it gets even more interesting after he dies. I guess we could save all this for later, but I'm just so fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I would like to do maybe even a series like Joseph Smith, Brigham Young, and the church, and then like maybe some of the offshoots of it. Because when you get to like the fundamentalist LDS church, Warren Jeffs, which is really pretty reminiscent of the original church, and it's like organization, and he had a ton of wives, very young wives too. I'm fascinated by these kinds of things. Like I still want to do Seventh-day Adventists. I really want to know what sets them apart. Ellen B. White, I believe, is the founder. Who seems to be an interesting gal.
Like, what was the first congregation like? You know, like a bunch of. I mean, especially for the time, you would think it would have to be people that were already believers in some. Yeah, some.
There's a lot of conversions from other congregations.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the more people that got involved, just the crazier that it got, and the more revelations. It just got super weird. There was wars. They killed so many people. And once they got to Utah, there was a lot of bloodshed.
Really?
Trying to keep their polygamous lifestyle in vogue.
They're still, I mean, polygamous today. Yeah. But that they're not necessarily related to Mormonism or...
Yeah, there are offshoots.
Yeah.
There are, polygamous communities. But
that's an interesting question. How many polygamists today are Mormon? Of any, offshoot or whatever, versus how many total polygamists are there?
I would bet that there's a majority in some form of Mormonism.
Yeah.
Because there's so many offshoots. Like there's a lot of tiny ones. There's a couple of somewhat larger ones, but there's a lot of tiny ones. And they've never stopped fractioning off. It all stems from this book.
Yeah.
And the book is nonsense. It's a compilation of things, of plagiarism.
Yeah.
And now that we know how many pieces that there are, and we have so much access to put it all together so quickly. There's so much to get into about that. I look forward to it. What do you want to do? Because we still have a list of things.
Yeah. I'd be interested in maybe some more biographies. I like the sciencey kind of things.
Yeah.
Like I like doing like the kidneys and just that kind of.
That was pretty.
Yeah.
That's fun stuff.
To me, it feels practical, in a weird way. I guess kind of like the sciencey bend kind of things.
Yeah.
Politics seems like impossible because
I know, right?
It just it's just every day. It's like the last thing anyone wants to hear is
it's so hard to find.
Here's another uneducated view of politics.
Here's my opinion.
Here's my opinion. Yeah.
That's all news. The majority of news is opinions, editorials.
Yeah.
Totally skewed. Fair and balanced, my ass. Like you can't find fair and balanced.
I was watching videos with my kiddo about called animal odd couples. That's the stuff I want to do.
That's the shit.
Here's a guy that lives with a bison. And there's a bison in his house.
I've seen some videos of like raccoon pets.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Pretty cute squirrel pets. Those are fun.
Hedgehog pets.
Hedgehog, yeah. Once upon a time, girlfriend wanted to get one. I was like, we don't even have a cat. What do we do with the hedgehog?
That's a weird, are we ready to take the next step kind of pet, Yeah. Get a ficus. One of the ones we watched is a guy that lived, he was like a biologist, so it was, part of his job. But he worked with like giant carnivorous cats and predators, but he was essentially a part of the clan of hyena that they work with. Like they saw him as a hyena, and he'd work with some of them for like 14 years. And he says, I've been doing this stuff for 15 years, working with like big predators.
Yeah.
I've been hospitalized by hyenas 6 times and 0 times by lions. And he basically is just like, just rolling around the ground with a bunch of hyenas.
What?
And he says, yeah, even the stuff I'm doing right now, he's kind of grabbing one and kind of like.
Is that one of the videos that you showed me?
No, I just saw
it wasn't connected to that because you showed me a video of a hyena and a guy like rubbing heads and stuff.
Oh,
like doing a little wrestling.
Maybe it was the same guy, and I didn't know that.
Didn't put it together.
But yeah, but we watched this video of this guy.
So insane.
Oh, no,
I thought hyenas were a lot smaller.
They are huge. They're over 200 pounds.
Wow. The Lion King was a lie.
Well, lions are. I mean, a male lion could be 500 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the film.
The film, yeah.
The laughing hyenas. They weren't that big.
No. But next to a dude, they are big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
apparently they're super strong.
Their jaws, like they crush bone.
Oh, boy.
Just break bone.
Evolution is nuts.
Gotta get that sweet marrow.
Have you seen Planet Earth 2?
Yeah, I think I've seen all of it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
But those Komodo dragons?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Those are dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
They're monsters.
They have poison.
And when they fight each other, it's insane.
Poison spit.
Ugh. But they're just so monstrous. And they're so vicious. I couldn't believe it. I don't think I'd ever seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff too. Just animal stuff.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
To think, that's the other thing. To think that we are the chosen species on the planet. This world was made for us. But we are completely outnumbered by every other living thing out there.
Yeah, I over the last couple of years I've gotten interested in hunting.
Yeah.
And it's at this point it's kind of cliche to say, but I think it's still true that we don't matter.
No.
Whatsoever.
Like if one thing matters the most.
Like when I'm out hunting and you try to get away from the roads and away from other people, and it is not very far before you start feeling like,
oh shit,
I'm alone.
Yeah. I'm vulnerable.
Yeah. If I broke my leg, it would be bad.
Yeah.
It would be very bad. Potentially, that's it.
It's amazing what we have done to the face of the earth.
And not too far. Like if you're 1 mile from a road in the middle of the woods,
could be trouble.
You might as well be on the moon.
I mean, how much pavement have we put down on the earth?
Oh, I'm like millions
and
millions of miles worth of road.
Completely changed it.
Yeah.
But
that's the big
climate
thing.
change isn't real.
That is the big thing though with conservation efforts.
Yeah.
Anytime someone says, well, nature has a way of balancing it.
Oh, we fucked that up.
That's over. Like, that's gone.
Completely imbalanced.
Like maybe, people, especially talking about like, reintroducing predators, like apex predators to an area. It's like, yeah, they used to exist there.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they would be there again. And then the prey animals are still there. And in some places, like there are more, like white-tailed deer, there are more deer in North America now than there were before European contact.
Yeah.
And that's through no small part to say conservation efforts, but also because we wiped out the predators.
Yeah.
So reintroducing like apex predators, there's going to be less deer. So, all right, so there's a value judgment there. What's more important?
Right. And why are we making those choices?
We've always made those choices though.
Yeah.
Because
why?
Because of the species that we are throughout human history, I think that we've interacted with the natural world in such a way that we have affected the most change.
Yeah.
And that's before like industrialization and basically from the advent of farming. But even before that, I think humans we're still a part of the food chain.
Yeah.
In that sense, but we've always been a part of the food chain. And so just our existence on Earth has always had an effect. And everywhere humans have gone, they've affected something. We've always competed for resources, either between other Homo sapiens or wild animals.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea that like wolves are a big issue, grizzly bears are a big issue.
Are we losing bees too?
Yeah, I think bees are. But I wonder how much of that was like the buzz of the moment, kind of a political issue as well.
Yeah,
I think I'm not really sure because I feel like that was a huge issue a couple years ago.
Yeah, people were talking about it.
I haven't really.
We're losing bees.
Yeah, I think we still are. But I think it was like Monsanto pesticides were.
Man, Monsanto's a big problem.
Killing them.
They're killing us too.
Yeah.
We're killing ourselves, really.
On that note, I'm making another beer.
Darren is also in the middle of baking a cake for his lovely wife for her birthday. In my house, in secret. Secret cakes.
I hope it's not just raw.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. It's got a good hump.
It's got a good hump on it. Would we call that convexity?
What do you call it?
Convexity?
Convexity?
Versus concavity?
Ah.
Right? Hey, big words.
Check out the big brain on Dan.
That's fresh in my mind because of the infinite jest. How far did you get into that? You said you started to read that, right?
200 or 300 words, I guess.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
And only because I've had time at work when we can listen to our headphones all day.
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to the audiobook. Because it was my goal, and I started in, I think, January or February to read it this year. And I started off pretty good. I got through like 100 pages in a couple months, and then I didn't read it for a while. But I'm about page 400.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as I can listen to
it's like 800 pages.
Of the novel, it's like 800 or 900, and then there's the like appendix, which is also part of the novel. Like every once in a while, there's a number, and you go to the back, and then there's either like a small explanation of something or a note, or there's like a whole other like several page section. Yeah, it's crazy. You kind of have to be involved with that as well, and provides a lot of context. And I'm not completely following everything because he is so detailed at all of these characters in this world. It's like kind of an alternate universe, but he also predicted a lot of stuff in it. Mm-hmm. He kind of predicted Donald Trump being like a celebrity president. He predicted Netflix entirely, the whole model of Netflix in 1997. Mm-hmm. He laid it out. He was a genius writer. So even just listening to the words is entertaining, even if I'm not completely connecting all the dots.
Yeah, it's got
like slowly coming together, though. Also, the narrator on that audiobook is on point. He's got all these different voices and inflections for everything. It's cool. I think I finally will get it done just under the wire the new year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listening at work, that is...
Love it. Even though we do that, I still end up with like a dozen podcasts in the queue at all times. Like I cannot get through it all. And we're just one of... how many millions of podcasts are there?
I have no idea. I mean...
So many.
I have no idea.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah, I mean, just making a dent in the listenership. But yeah, like even like the Joe Rogans and the Radio Labs, and all, like you
and I don't know what those numbers are, but Joe Rogan apparently has like a huge audience. Like he could just do that and make a living.
I think that he gets like 10 million downloads of every episode.
Him and Mark Maron, Radio Lab, huge.
Yeah, I definitely I like that about our job, but I definitely do find that there are times where it's like I have to stop listening to podcasts for like a couple months.
Yeah, I do break it up. Like I'll listen to a few, and then I'll listen to the audiobook for an hour or two.
Yeah. Yeah, I did Audible for a while, but still, it's pricey.
It's still expensive, even if you have, because it's $15 a month,
and you get like
plus the cost of the
one book a month. You get a credit a month for $15,
and the books are discounted,
but not
they're
really.
Still really expensive.
I feel like those books should be like $3.
Well, there's a lot that goes into like Infinite Jest retail price is like $60 or $70.
Yeah,
which makes sense. There's a lot to go into recording and producing that version of the book, and it's very long.
Yeah, it's got how many hours?
Crazy. It's like broken up into 7 parts, and they're all about 8 hours.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a lot. Plus, and that's without the end notes.
Mm-hmm.
So the end notes is another like 5 hours. Which I was trying to get through it by at least listening to the book and then making notes of the end notes, and I would read those. And then I got the one that was like 20 pages. I was like, I might as well just download the end notes part 2.
Yeah.
And just go back and forth between them.
Do you ever listen like at 1.5 or 1.25 speed?
I tried that.
Yeah.
Didn't feel great.
Yeah.
I might try it again. But I started to lose it a little bit.
I find that even at work, even though, we can have the headphones on, there are certain podcasts I can't listen to doing certain things at work. Like I have to be.
That's interesting.
Like there has to be a certain task that I'm doing. Like I can't listen to Sam Harris's podcast and also be thinking critically about something else.
Yeah.
But then there's like Tiger Belly or Your Mom's House I can just kind of have on doing whatever. This is kind of mindless entertainment.
Yeah. Comedy Bang Bang.
Just like dick and fart jokes.
You've been talking about Your Mom's House for quite some time, and I finally just started. I've been watching the YouTube versions of it. That's a lot better, I think, because there's a lot of video content that they.
It's
show.
funny. We just the other night we were watching Christina P's stand-up like Degenerates half-hour special.
I watched that too, and I didn't think it was that good.
It wasn't that good, and it's like she's so. I think it's like her character on stage.
Yeah,
is just like. It might be, it's a 1% different.
Right.
But you kind of come, I think because I listen to the podcast every week, I come to expect a certain thing.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the stand-up was too performance-y.
Yeah. And Segura is the same.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just watched a couple of his specials again.
Yeah, he's a sociopath. Yeah, because I think Christina Pajitsky's super funny. And
Pajitsky.
I think I'm just used to the podcast version. And whatever like that, okay, the lights are on and I'm on stage in front of people.
And you can tell that she knew that she wasn't going over that well in that special in particular. Yeah. She has another one that's her like hour special on Netflix, and I haven't watched.
Yeah, it's better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I should probably check that out.
Yeah, she's definitely funny.
Did you ever watch Road Rules?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember her being on that like 20 years ago.
Like in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's funny how that all came together. And Theo Vaughn, he was also on Road Rules, I believe.
Yeah, or Real World.
Was he on Real World? I want to say he was on Road Rules.
He might have been.
One of them. Same thing.
What a weird time.
Yeah. I used to love Real World.
Yeah.
Especially like the first 10 seasons.
It was kind of like that.
It just became just about these people, getting these people as drunk as possible, giving them as much access to booze so they can get as nuts as they can and fight.
But it's kind of like hanging out with, it's like your older siblings' friends.
Yeah.
Like that sense of like,
especially when we were like,
if you were a teenager,
this is what they could do.
If you were 12 to 16 years old, it was like the perfect window of like, these people are 20 to 25.
Right.
They're 5 to 10 years older than you. Yeah, it was a little glimpse into like...
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
That was like the start of reality TV, besides Cops. It was the Real World.
He was over the limit, but under arrest. I'm Sheriff John Brunell.
Cops was fun. Is that show still going?
I saw outside of a Fred Meyer at my old house, cops filming.
Oh, no.
A guy in the back seat getting arrested.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. They have to sign off to be on the show.
Yeah, of course. And of course they would. I mean, I'm going to be on TV.
Yeah. Like, absolute lawyer. Mm-hmm. Like.
It's a forever, dude. People are going to remember you.
Yeah. I don't understand. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a lack of education and it's probably intentional.
Yeah.
But you're going to get arrested. Like, the only thing you should ever say, lawyer. Like, that's the only word you know until there's a lawyer there.
Lawyer.
It's fun having you at work, though.
Hey, thanks, man.
It's fun getting to look at someone and go like, what the fuck is this? Just get real angry.
Oh, what the fuck is it now?
Oh, look who it is. Ding dong, dumb shit. that kind of stuff.
Just fucking it up. It is fun. We went from not seeing each other for nearly a year to seeing each other 40 hours a week.
That's right. It's weird, coming from a theater background, it's definitely a big departure.
Oh, yeah.
Just working in that environment entirely. It's weird.
Definitely. Is this good podcast stuff?
Probably not.
What else do we got?
I don't know. You're going to edit all the bad stuff out.
We haven't had anything for a year, so whatever we got.
And you were saying people are still downloading the old episodes?
Yeah, we haven't done an episode in a year. For some reason, we've had nearly 1,000 downloads since then, which is not a lot in terms.
Yeah.
But for having, it's all old stuff. I wasn't expecting that. And then every once in a while, we'll get this huge spike in downloads for some reason. And I have no idea why. But the cool thing about our format is that it's not about one thing. So some episodes will attract large numbers compared to others.
That's funny because, I know for me...
like Scientology, trepanation. I think the Electoral College did pretty good. Those lightning rod topics that people will find just by searching for that topic.
That's funny because I don't know about you, but for me, it's always word of mouth that brings me to a new podcast.
Yeah,
so
totally.
It's weird. It's weird though that any one subject to me, or one subject of ours, would be more interesting than another.
People would just come across us by looking for a subject, and then hopefully they'll be interested to hear other stuff. I've been wanting to put all of our episodes on YouTube because I think that would do a pretty good job of also attracting people based on subjects.
We should just have a rotating photo collage of firefighters putting out flames.
Yeah.
I wanted people pulling in nets of fish. Something active, nothing to do with
engaging.
us.
Yeah, not at all. No, I wanted to do per episode, gather the images that we would have been looking at, the video clips that we would have referenced in the episode, like when we were doing the online dating thing. Put in the video that we were watching.
Yeah. Oh,
make it. Yeah. And then otherwise just have some sort of static image, but include in a circus, we had all those images of the elephant.
That Mary the elephant getting hanged.
Yeah.
That
from a
crane.
Yeah. So nuts.
That's insane. Why?
Why did you do that?
What?
Yeah, I should get to work on that.
The kidney episode, there's a lot of images, the loop of Henley.
Yeah.
That, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think we did a pretty good job of describing it, but having a static image and then talking about it.
I think I have scans of Martin's drawings.
Do you?
And I could put on there too.
Perfect.
I would also take the opportunity to clean up some of the older episodes too.
Yeah.
I was actually going to start from scratch on Scientology because that was our second episode, and I remember learning how to do that stuff at the time, and I did it not the way you should.
So that's one of the more popular episodes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So if I could re-edit it, clean it up even more, maybe make it a little bit longer, because I think I cut out some parts that might as well just keep all the good stuff in there, and maybe republish it on our feed.
It's funny because I feel like we've had enough interesting topics. Well, I don't know. I guess the whole idea is that we're not experts in anything and we're trying to figure things out. But there are certain topics that as we've gone through them and talked about them, I wish we had an expert in the
that's true.
In the conversation.
And we have talked about doing episodes that
we could revisit things
experts
too, though.
Yeah, of course. One of the things that we wanted to do was talk to midwives, of which I know many.
I would love to do that.
They're available to us. So
I would love
definitely
to do
doing
that,
something like that would be fun.
Yeah, my experience with midwives is, Dad, you don't matter.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out.
We got it.
This is between us and your wife.
We're going to get that baby.
That baby.
Yeah, I've heard some interesting stories from them. It's a fascinating position.
They're at least I'm sure it's at pretty much every hospital, but at OHSU where we had our first baby and we're going to have our second one, you can volunteer to come into the NICU and just hold babies.
Oh, really?
Because the human connection, human contact is super important.
I saw one of those very clickbaity Facebook videos of an older gentleman, grandpa, who would go volunteer a couple days a week just to hold babies and be super sweet to them. It was pretty cute.
I think like once my kids are like, 5 and up, I'm going to do that.
Oh, that's so cute.
My son he was in the NICU for 2 hours after his birth.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was with him, and they were putting the IV in his hand. He's like 45 minutes old.
Yeah.
And he's getting stabbed in the hand. And behind me was like just some lady holding a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of, this is at 6 a.m. at this point after a long night.
Yeah.
So I was a little out of it. And my son's like eating some sugar gel off my pinky to kind of keep him happy.
Get those calories.
He's being stabbed by the IV. And it took a while for them to get the vein. And so behind me is like this lady just holding another baby.
Yeah.
And the baby has like a oxygen thing into its nose.
Yeah.
And it's kind of clearly not her baby.
Right.
And she was probably 50.
Yeah.
And as I'm like, looking at my son, I'm like turning around like, who's this lady and this baby
are you doing?
like, in the same room, But yeah, I found out later that, you can volunteer. So these sick
cool.
babies that they need some holding.
And they probably both get so much out of that. She loves being able to hold them and get her endorphins. And then the baby obviously benefits from.
Yeah, I think like the babies, their long-term prospects of life, forever, are tied to that.
Yeah.
Just human contact.
And this is because for some reason the parents can't be there to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what the story. I'm sure the story is different for everybody.
Right.
I mean, and it could literally just be like the parents can only be there 22 hours of the day.
Yeah,
and the other 2 hours, like they have someone that's available.
Yeah, substitute.
But yeah, I think that is definitely something that it's kind of in the back of my mind.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I think too that like having kids, I don't know, it's with the second kiddo on the way, we've been saying like, what do we need? What do we need to buy? What do we need to replace maybe from the first time around? Or what things do you need? We kind of have no memory of our first kids' first couple months. Like,
I'm sure it went by in a flash.
We're even saying like, where did he sleep? I'm like, I have no idea.
Where did we sleep?
I don't. It wasn't even 3 years ago,
right?
And we have no. Like, all right. Well, when did he move into his crib? I don't know. Was it like 6 months, 3 months, 8 months? Like,
could have been any time.
It just kind of goes by in a flash, and then before you know, like, I mean, he did sleep. He slept in our bed with us most nights when he was teeny tiny, and at a certain point, he would start his night in the crib, and then we would go get him. It wasn't really until he was like 18 months old that he actually slept like in his own room, in his crib through the night.
Big boy.
And it took a long time. And I think every kid's different. And, we were probably softies compared to some other parents, which, just kind of the way it is. But it's like you spend a couple years holding this kid, and then all of a sudden you'd have no memory of holding him before he was talking. And now it's different. Like I'll hold him and he'll like just hold my face and just be like, but I think he knows that I enjoy it too, which is also, it's kind of annoying. Like I'll be tucking him in and I'll say, good night, hope you sleep well. And he'll say, I hope you sleep well, Dada. And then I'll say, all right, good night. And then he'll say, good night, Dada. And as I walk away, he'll say, I said good night, Dada. I said, yeah, I know, I heard you. And then he'll say, do you like that, Dada? I was like, yeah, I do like that. Like he knows he's doing it to make me feel good.
You heard what I said, right?
Did you hear that, Dada?
That was for you.
But yeah, long story short, like it just kind of goes by in a flash, and all of a sudden they're just this walking, talking other little person.
Right.
But when they're, especially like the first month, like they're just
so squishy.
They're
helpless.
They're just totally helpless.
Shit machines.
10 times a day.
Ooh, blip, blip, blip.
A lot of dukes.
Hella dukes.
It's like, yeah, it's like you're so wrapped up in it, you miss it.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Well, it's coming again, bud.
It's coming again.
Right around the corner. Speaking of older topics, have you seen Leah Remini's Scientology show at all?
Yeah, but only like clips.
Really?
Of it. Yeah, like 5-minute clips of it.
It's pretty good. And as a precursor to their third season, they did a special episode on Jehovah's Witness. It was great. The shunning is so intense. Pretty much all of their stories of how they've been affected, if they leave, they're hardcore shunned. Like families will just sever ties with their own flesh and blood.
Again, just talking about kids, it's like it would have to be pretty extreme for me to disown my kids.
Like, what would it have to be? And it's all based on belief in a being, and not just a belief in a creator, but a trust in a what they call a governing body of just people that tell them what to do, and they have to do it. That's the crazy part. Same thing with the Mormons. They believe that the prophet is the conduit to God, and there's a bunch of people under him, quorum of a 12, quorum of a 70, all white men, pretty much. I mean, there's a couple splashes of color in there.
So it's not all bad. All right.
No, it's not all bad.
I got you.
One of the guys is German.
Oh, yeah.
But they get up there every general conference, and the main message is always pay your tithing.
Yeah. Because of that
or
money.
else you're not going to get any of those great blessings. And you got to go to the temple.
It's weird how, like, it's blatantly obvious to me. It's sex and money.
Yeah.
That's the foundation. And not just Mormonism. I mean,
sex and money on the upper tiers, and then like a denial of sex and money.
You dirty animals.
On the bottom. Jehovah's Witnesses are notorious for like discouraging people from being educated. You don't need to go to college.
Yeah.
You need to serve Jehovah. However you can.
Yeah.
Go knock on doors. Don't go to college. Don't get educated, because then you're going to learn. This is all a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah. I'll tell you about, my former coworker passed away.
Yeah.
I had no idea until his funeral that he was Jehovah's Witness. And it was like, they played a recording. I mean, it was like a recording of, I don't even know how to describe it. Like
a sermon or something?
Yeah. Like, but it was like, almost like, it was like a religious cartoon.
Yeah. They do that a lot.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, we're all here to celebrate our brother here, and then like, all right, hit play.
Oh my Lord!
And then
it's always they were one of the families remarked, because 2 people in this family committed suicide after trying to like keep their family together after being ripped apart by this religion, and it didn't work. And 2 brothers committed suicide. But they do a lot of cartoons, and you can see a lot of them online, and they're just so blatantly manipulative, ridiculous. But the funerals are not about the person who passed away.
No,
it's about Jehovah.
It's about Jehovah.
And talking about
glad you're all here. Okay, we can get into the serious business.
Let's have it's cartoon time.
I'll tell you, I went to my theater director's dad's funeral recently. It was like totally different.
Yeah. Celebration of
and they were, wasn't Mennonite, it was like Maronite or something else, but they're from Lebanon.
Maronite?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I may have misheard it, but it's all about like half the mass was in Arabic.
Oh, cool.
It's weird. It was like Arabic Christianity.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was cool. But then my director leans over at one point and says, "This is his dad in the casket, like from you to me, this far away."
Open casket?
No, it wasn't open. But he leans over, like, There's more ritual here than there is in the theater. It was funny. It's kind of, I don't think you should say that.
Man,
it's funny.
Yeah, diving into my own religious history is obviously taking me down paths of.
Would you say that you're an atheist
connective tissue
at this point?
I hesitate to give myself a label at all.
Yeah.
At the very least, agnostic. If there has to be a hard definition, I guess atheist, because I just don't. I don't believe that there is an entity that we can personify, that we are made in their image. I think that there is a higher level of life that is kind of running through the whole thing, but I don't think it's created by a being that we're modeled after, created by.
Why do you think there's a higher level?
There just seems to be a pattern, a design, and design is the wrong word because that implies a designer. But there seems to be a consciousness that exists outside of us, which is why we can connect to things that are not people. I keep getting drawn to the idea that if we want to assign godhood to creation of life, it's water. And wherever that came from, I don't know, but all life comes from water and can't exist without it. That's what most of the planet is. That's what most of us are constituted of. I think that's a pretty decent line to connect to. Is it all random? I don't know. How did it get started? I don't know. But I don't think the stories that we've told are sufficient. And I certainly don't think we should live our entire life based on a book compiled by people of recollections of a guy they called Jesus, who said he was the Son of God. And we take that as the word to lead our lives by. And people just manipulate that word all the time, constantly. There's never, it's always just manipulated to fit either one's religion that is one of so many or one's specific agenda. It just doesn't work. I identify a lot more with Eastern traditions, probably. Buddhism.
Yeah, it's funny because I think when you describe or bring up a feeling of interconnectedness, or there's a sense that there's some other way to make connections.
Yeah, I
automatically just go our species evolved on this planet along with everything else that's on this planet, and it's as simple as that. It's are human beings along with everything else that's alive. We're the 1% out of everything that's ever lived. That has made it.
And we almost were extinct at one time.
I'm sure more than one.
That's our story.
More than one point. Yeah.
And there were other humanoid species that we lived along with that died out or we beat out, but also likely mated with. We got Neanderthal DNA in us. That's fascinating.
Sweet Neanderthal.
Yeah.
If I'm naming my kids Ugg and Ig. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because my mom definitely, she still goes to church and it's Catholic.
I understand people's desire to have organization in their life.
Yeah.
To give it up to.
I think that's it's that longing to feel like you're part of something that keeps people in.
And that there's a reason why you're here. And more specifically, there's something after this.
Yeah.
It's really all based around the anxiety of death.
Yeah.
Unknowing.
I think it's, we're afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
There's a lot of religions, especially Mormonism. They have such a thought out, clear idea of what happens in the afterlife. Yeah. And it's all based around being your perfected self, living forever, glory, it's beautiful. And it's that's obviously just our own ego trying to satisfy fear of extinction.
Yeah.
So I get it. just certainly do not believe it.
Yeah, I think that's the sad part to me. Is that I understand why people are drawn to religion.
Yeah.
But I think it's like it's a painfully simple sub program of being a person, that these are your desires.
Yep.
To feel like you're part of a group, to feel organized, to feel like someone else is going to take care of you when you can't take care of yourself. And
some religions as organizations are good at that.
But I mean, even like after death, like someone else.
That's where it gets.
Someone else is taking care of you. And that you just need to meet certain requirements, and then you're in the tribe.
Yeah. Don't masturbate. Don't cheat.
Pay your
don't take
tithings.
the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
Pay your tithing.
But it's just like, I don't know. To me, it's just lazy thinking.
Yeah.
That's really
pretty simplistic.
Yeah. What it comes down to for me.
I think it's easy to recognize that at the very least in this world, there's a level above us. We're not the top. There's the ecosystem. There's the nature outside of us and above us that operates at a level above us. We'll never truly understand all of space and time and even the depths of the ocean. We're still...
Well, maybe we will. It's a matter of time,
Completely, though? I mean, I don't think there is a completeness to what we would call knowledge.
But I think, you and I are going to be alive for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
But, and
we're only alive at a point in which we've gotten this far.
This far, yeah.
And it's so much farther than...
To say that, there's any limit on any human understanding, I think it's a matter of the time
we understand the universe to be limitless. So I think it stands to reason.
Yeah. But I think we've evolved to understand the natural world in a certain way, so.
Yeah.
The limitations of our species, they go back 500,000 years of evolution, but augmented with technology and just the more time that goes on, as long as the sun doesn't blow up and wipe everyone out,
which is also
could happen.
A great fear of that.
We're theoretically 4 or 5 billion years away from that happening. But,
if we don't wipe our own selves out first.
But if there's say another million years even that's enough time for humans to evolve.
Yeah. Man, we got to slow down the population growth though. Too many dum-dums.
Or just get smarter and find ways to get around it. There's the limitations of today aren't necessarily the same limitations in 1,000 years. So the world as it is with 7 billion people on it now.
But we're depleting resources so rapidly that
we're depleting the resources.
We're hurting our chances.
We're depleting the resources we depend on today.
Yeah.
But who's to say what in 1,000 years,
Yeah.
It's a fool's errand to predict the future based on the past.
But even just looking at right now, we're in somewhat dire straits.
Yeah, it would appear to be
for allowing this amount of people on the earth to survive as they are now.
Yeah. But I think we're super inefficient.
Yeah,
our technologies for supporting a mass population are 100 years old.
Yeah,
those same technologies.
Yeah,
a motorized equipment to farm. Well, it's changed somewhat, but it's more sophisticated today than it was 100 years ago. But it's still somewhat the same.
Yeah,
still people out there plowing fields but it's not super efficient.
Yeah.
And I think as more and more of the human population steps out of abject poverty, it unleashes a little bit more potential.
Well, I think that's a disparity that we're going to see, is that more people are going to become more educated and more aware and more self-sufficient, and then completely the opposite will happen. We have a lot of poverty already. I think it's only going to get worse. It's
getting better every year.
When we think of extreme poverty, but also in America, and we talked about this before with health, people are going to get a lot more self-conscious about health and they're going to make themselves healthier.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still going to be the people who don't care or don't have the means to do it. And then we'll get sicker and sicker and sicker.
Yeah.
So there's going to, no matter how you look at it, there's going to be a great progression and a great digression.
It's possible. I think that, no matter how healthy you are, it's like 90% of the healthcare costs associated with your life, they occur in the last 3 months, like hospice. And, so even if you're super, super healthy and you live to be 100.
Right. It's still going to be expensive to die.
Like the last 3 months of your life are going to be horrific.
Yeah.
And like
we're going to have to loosen the restrictions on end of life care. Like if I want to go, I'm going to tell you, get me out of here.
Yeah. I think
we're too precious about that.
Yeah. Yeah. There are certain.
Who wants to be 100 if we're just going to be immobilized, barely conscious things?
Yeah. I want to live as long as possible.
As long as it's
if
a good experience.
If everyone I love is dead and I'm still alive. Like,
I want to live as long as possible, as long as it is a fulfilling experience. As long as I can keep experiencing to a degree that I'm glad I'm still here.
I've heard this a few times over the last couple of years. From an evolutionary standpoint, the goal is for us to have kids and then raise our kids until they have kids.
Yeah. And then what?
And then
what use are we?
Then what use are we?
Yeah.
And as soon as you stop having that usefulness, and that ties in beautifully with the studies that say people that are engaged with helping to raise their great grandchildren live longer. It's like, they're still feeling useful, feeling like when they wake up in the morning, there's a reason they woke up in the morning. They're 100, but there's a 6-month-old that needs to get up. I definitely feel that already. I think about my grandkids already. And there's a lot of nonsense thoughts that come in being a parent for sure. And irrational fears and just so many questions that don't really have answers apart from just waiting for time to play out. But yeah, I already wonder about what my kids' kids are going to be like.
Right.
And it's just one of those thoughts that you wake up and just kind of floats through your brain. And I don't know. I hope my kids' poop their pants as much as mine do.
Heavy poops.
It's for science. Why did you poop your pants? For science, Dada.
That is a quote.
That's a direct quote.
McCarthy the Younger.
Yeah. 3-year-old, soon to be 3-year-old, shitting his pants. Sans diaper for science.
Well, I think it's clear that we're going to be interested in talking about the science and the pseudoscience and the metaphysics, and I'm looking forward to it.
What else is there?
I mean, that's all.
That kind of sums it up.
Yeah. Let's talk about what's in our bodies. Let's talk about what people believe are outside of our bodies.
Yeah.
Because that shit gets weird. And we'll be back hopefully sometime soon. Keep this going.
Yeah.
Until then.
Love you.
Love you.
Well.
Oh boy.
I'm Darren McCarthy.
And I am Dan Fury.